Hello, welcome back to another video lecture of Financial Market and Instruments. I am Amita Patra, Head of the Department of Master of Commerce, Finance and Control, and we people are discussing on development financial institutions. And in development financial institution, we had already discussed many financial institutions. Those are been specially designed or specially established to promote the developing sector of mostly the developing countries. In that, we had already discussed about the IFCI, which is the first development financial institution of India, which was established in the year 1948, and we have vividly discussed on that. In our previous lecture, we had discussed about the SIDBI, that is a specialized institution which is established to promote the small and micro industries in the country. These development financial institutions or the financial institutions, those are been specially established for the development of the country. These are centralized and they are financial institutions, those are been conceptualized for the development of the country. But it has been remarked or it has been observed that these financial institutions, those are centrally established, are somehow unable to cater the need of the local industries or the local requirement. So, to make it reachable, or we can say to penetrate into each nook and corner of the country, another specialized financial institutions or development financial institutions are conceptualized in the year 1951. They are the state finance corporations. So, these state financial corporations are what we are going to discuss today. So, let us start that what are these SFCs. So, these state financial corporations are the state level financial institutions which play a very vital role in the growth of small and medium enterprises in the concerned states. And they offer financial assistance in the form of direct subscription to debentures or equity, term loans, guarantees, discounting of bills of exchange and seeds or special capital, etc. And these state finance corporations are the integral part of institutional finance structure in the country. At present, there are 18 state finance corporations, and out of these 18 state finance corporations, 17 SFCs were established under SFC Act 1951. And the 18th state financial corporation, that is the Tamil Nadu Industrial Investment Corporation Limited, is the one which is established under the Company Act 1949 and which is also working as the state finance corporation. So, this is what the inception of the state financial corporations is, and this is what is the structure of the state financial corporation of India is. Now, these SFCs have been set up with the purpose of catalyzing higher investment, engendering greater employment and extending the ownership base of industries. And they have also started offering assistance to newer types of business activities like tissue culture, floriculture, poultry farming, services related to engineering, marketing and commercial complexes. And this SFC help in ensuring balanced regional development, higher investment, more employment generation and broad ownership of various industries. So, this is what the purpose of these state financial corporations. Now, we will understand that what is the organization and management of SFCs. The state financial corporation management is vested in a board of 10 directors. There are 10 directors in SFC and the state government appoint the managing director, generally in consultation with the RBI, and nominates 3 other directors. So the state government is appointing the managing director, and it is being appointed with the consultation of the Reserve Bank of India, and it also nominates 3 other directors. And the insurance companies, scheduled banks, investment trusts, cooperative banks and other financial institutions elect the 3 directors. The one director, the managing director, is been appointed by the state government with the consultation of Reserve Bank, and the other 3 other directors, those who are nominated, are been elected by the insurance companies, scheduled banks, investment trusts, cooperative banks and other financial institutions. They are contributing in the nomination of these 3 other directors. And the majority of the directors are nominated by the government and quasi-government institutions. So this is what the organization and the management of the State Finance Corporation is. Next, let's see how these state financial corporations are working. The Government of India passed the State Finance Corporation Act in 1951 and made it applicable to all the states. So after the passing of this State Finance Corporation Act in 1951, all the states have the power to establish or to have their own state finance corporations, and the authorized capital of the State Finance Corporation is fixed by the state government within the minimum and maximum limit of 50 lakhs and 5 crore. And this is divided into shares of equal value which were taken by the respective state governments, the Reserve Bank of India, the scheduled banks, the cooperative banks and other financial institutions such as the insurance company, investment trust and private parties. So like this, the authorized capital of the State Financial Corporation is been generated or divided into, and the shares are guaranteed by the state government. So state government is going to take the whole and sole responsibility of these state financial corporations, and the state financial corporations can augment its fund through issue and sale of bonds and debentures which should not exceed 5 times the capital and reserves at rupees 10 lakhs. So 10 lakh is the limit, that is not exceeding the 5 times of the capital that has been there for the state financial corporation. So this is how the state financial corporations are working. So if we will look into that, so the motive or the purpose behind the establishment of the State Financial Corporation is to give power to the states to look after the development of their states. So the state government have the power, or we can say they have the authority to look into and find out that in which sector the state can develop, or which are the things that the people are interested in, or they can do good and well in that. So the whole and sole authority is been given to the state government, and the state government is finding out that what could be the projects or what could be the sectors which can be take up and which can be looked after, so that there will be more development or there will be more acceleration of the economy of that particular state. So after 1951, these state financial corporations have been established, and all the states are given power to have their state financial corporation. If we will talk of Odisha, in Odisha, the Odisha State Financial Corporation was established in 1956. Like that, every other states are also having their own financial corporations, or they are having their state financial corporations, those who are looking for the development of their states. Next, what is the functions of these state finance corporations? If we will see, the state financial corporations provides loans mainly for acquisition of fixed assets like land, building, plant and machinery. So this is the first and foremost function, we can say that they are providing loans, and that is mainly for the acquisition of fixed assets. And the SFCs, they render the financial assistance to industrial units whose paid up capital and reserves do not exceed 3 crore rupees. Such higher limit up to rupees 30 crore as may be notified by the central government. So, if it is notified by the central government a higher limit of rupees 30 crore, and but the limit is up to 3 crore that the State Financial Corporation can give the financial assistance to the industrial unit. The SFCs also underwrite new stocks, shares, debentures, etc. of industrial units. So, this is also an important function of the state financial corporations, that they work as underwriters, and they underwrite the new stocks, shares and debentures of industrial units of those states or the industries those they are looking after. And the state financial corporations grant guarantee loans raised in the capital market by scheduled banks, industrial concerns and state cooperative banks to be repayable within 20 years. They also gives the guarantee of the loans raised in the capital market, and they are giving guarantee to the scheduled banks, other industrial concerns and state cooperative banks, and they give the repayable time within 20 years, and this is enhancing, or this is making the flow of fund into the rural belt or into the every nook and corner of the state. So, this is what the function of state finance corporation is. So, every institution that is established is having definitely some problems, and that is what also there with the state financial corporations. So, what are the problems that the state financial corporations are? If we will look into, they have no independent organization. That is a big problem with the state financial corporations. There is corruption, and there is effect of the World Bank and WTO policies. That is a problem with the state finance corporations. Apart from that, it has problem of a low return from investment in small scale industries, and there is long gestation period, which is a problem with the SFCs. So, these are the problems that the SFCs are having. So, let us understand that what are these problems that the SFCs are having with. So, if you will start with that, they do not have independent organization. So, all SFCs are dependent on the rules and regulations made by the state government. So, they cannot take their decisions, or they cannot work, or they are not a autonomous body. They are not making their own rules and regulations. That is a constraint with the SFCs. So, this is a problem that they are deprived of the independence. The SFC's problem is that all decisions of these institutions is dependent on the political environment of the state. So, this is a big issue with the state financial corporations. So, due to this, the loan is not available to the right time for the right person. So, if we will talk of these state financial corporations, so what we have discussed till now, that the state financial corporations are the excellent ideas, the excellent we can say renovation that the financial market is having, that will look after each and every problem and will add to the development of the state. But these state financial corporations are also having some problems, as we have discussed, that they are not independent. They do not have the autonomy, and they are moreover are the part of the political scenario or political pressure of the state. So, because of the political scenario and the political pressure of the state, as these state financial corporations are being governed, or all the rules and regulations are being made and imposed by the state government, they do not have any autonomy, or they cannot run according to their own lookouts or according to the needs that they feel to cater in. So, this constraint or this problem is restricting the state financial corporations to render the right amount of loan to the right person. So, this is a big problem with the state financial corporations. Apart from this, also it is running with some other problems like the corruption. Corruption is there in every institutions more or less. So, like other government offices of our country, we can also see the level of corruption in these SFCs, and hoarding of wealth and money and the state financial corporation's official object has become to earn by a good or bad way is a problem, and that is the problem that these institutions have no proper transparency like banks. So, if we will observe that as the other financial institutions and the most major financial institution that we are talking of, the banks, there is more transparency and there is more trustworthy and there is more reliability, we can say, on these financial institutions that are the banks, but these financial institutions are not that transparent, which put a question mark on their way of doing the thing or their trustworthiness. So, this is also a biggest problem, that lot of things are not transparent. So, there is lot of scope of corruption in these financial institutions. Next is the effect of the World Bank and the WTO policies, and approximately all the state financial corporation in India is tied up with World Bank and WTO agreement, and due to this, these institutions' decisions are influenced by the World Bank and the WTO policies. The World Bank can easily pressurize for accepting his policies. It may also influence the Indian small scale industries adversely. So, as these state financial corporations, or basically if you will see that the development financial institutions are more or less are dependent or they are highly been funded by the World Bank or WTO. So, these World Bank and WTO are the one which are indirectly influencing these state finance corporations, and these WTO and World Bank's influence or pressure, we can say, can also sometimes adversely affect the policies or the decisions of the state financial corporations, which is an adverse situation. Another problem with the state financial corporation is a low return from investment in small scale industries. So, it is said that state financial corporations has given 70% loan to small scale industries. So, its return on investment is very low on loan to the small scale units. So, its return on investment is very low on loan to small scale industries. So, this is also another problem that the state financial corporation is having, that as these state financial corporations or as these institutions are for the development of the small scale industries are been promoted on or the medium scale industries have been promoted by these institutions. So, the return from these loans are also low, which is also a problem for these financial institutions. Next is the long gestation period of these industries. The small scale corporations have also one problem which we can say in the form of long gestation period. So, the small scale businessmen do not repay their role on the time, and large number of loans has been converted into bad debt, which is a very big problem with these institutions. So, the SFCs are suffering losses from many years because of these bad debts. So, these institutions are definitely designed for the development of the sectors, and they are promoting these sectors by providing loans, and but these loans many a times get bad debts or are non-performing. So this problem of repaying or getting the payment back, or the asset of these financial institutions are going for bad debt or non-performing, is the biggest problem. So this long gestation period of these institutions is a big problem with these state financial corporations. So these are the problems, or these are the drawbacks we can say with this state financial corporation that we are having. But every institutions, as we know, are established, they must be have some advantages or prospects. So what are the prospects of these state financial corporation? Let's have a look. So the prospects of the state financial corporations are their special help to women entrepreneurs, the highest loan providers for small scale industries, and the industrial research. So these are the prospects of the state financial corporations. Let's discuss one by one that this special help to women entrepreneurs. If you will look into that, nowadays there is a craze of SHGs, that are the self-help groups. These are the groups which are been highly encouraged in the rural beds. The women groups are being encouraged by providing different loans for the establishment of many industrial, many small scale industries or medium scale industries. By that, not only there is financial upliftment or economic development, but also there is social development by empowering those women. So this women empowerment is a biggest prospect or and biggest advantage that the state financial corporation is doing. So what is this special help women entrepreneurs? Many state financial corporations, like if we say Delhi State Financial Corporation, have a state new scheme for helping women who want to open their new business in India. So this is a biggest prospect, and this is a good prospect of state financial corporation for development of women, as we have said. Apart from that, another prospect of the state financial corporation is highest loan provider for small scale industries. So these state financial corporations are the highest loan provider to the small scale industries, and it is also achievement of small SFCs that these institutions have provided more than 6,300 crore to the small scale industries in 2010. So this is an achievement. So apart from that, it is also giving industrial research. Since establishment of these SFCs in 1951, these SFCs are working since 59 years in India, and these financial institutions have huge industrial information, and these institutions are also busy for collecting industrial information, and a new business can start their industrial research by contacting these institutions if he wants to open a new business. So if we will talk of that, it not only promoting the economy, developing the economy, it not only uplifting the middle and lower class of the society, it is also empowering the women section, which is been deprived of many things since a long period of time, and whose development or empowerment is always a big question and a big query. They are also giving a good research platform for the one who wants to start a new business. So as they are been working since a long period of time, more than 6 decades they are working. So they are having a lot of information by which the new business can conceptualize, and there are many facts and data that are being encased, and a new scheme can be thought of those research. So this is giving also a very good research platform, and many industrial research can be done on the basis of the information that are available with this state financial corporations. So this is what the state financial corporations are, and the inception, their working, their management, and the pros and cons of these state financial corporations are. So for today's class, this is all. In our upcoming classes, we will be discussing many other interesting topics. Till then, thank you.